we are here, we are having this conversation.
Our goal is to work with you to move forward a decision on road and traffic safety improvements along Little Falls Parkway.
The pilot proved that Little Falls Parkway can handle current and future traffic as a two-lane parkway, similar to our other parkways. And as a two-lane road versus a four-lane road, Little Falls Parkway is inherently safer for motorists, cyclists, and pedestrians, and advances the county's Vision Zero goals.
As Director Riley mentioned, Parks is no longer proposing a linear park. Both the board-approved configuration and the council-requested alternate option, we're going to be proposing to remove the unused pavement to create a separated shared-use path connection along the parkway. This is the planning board approved configuration cross-section. Along the right side there at the bottom, you can see the 10-foot southbound and then the 10-foot northbound lane directly next to each other, separated by a 3-foot median or a 2-foot median, depending on the exact location you are on the parkway. The existing median, which is an existing grass median, which is in the middle there, is approximately 16, 17 feet wide. It's going to remain in place as a grass median. And then on the other side, we're going to provide a new 10-foot shared-use path connection, similar to our other park shared-use trails. This option here has also been reviewed by the Montgomery County Fire Marshal as well as FRS and the Park Police. All three agencies have expressed a preference for this configuration. Montgomery County Council requested that we develop an alternate option. The two design factors between both options are exactly the same. The one exception is the alternate option. We are maintaining the existing grass median and then one travel lane on each side of the median. So the 12-foot northbound travel lane is on the right. The existing grass median there is in the middle. And then the 12-foot southbound travel lane as well as our new 10-foot shared use path. So in both options, we're proposing to provide a shared use path connection. We have developed cost estimates for both the options. For the planning board approved configuration, this is just a Dorset Avenue, approximately $600,000. The council requested alternate option about $900,000. The main differences in the cost is because of the structural barrier that would be required for the council requested option to separate the southbound vehicle traffic from the shared use path.
We're trying to do here what's already in my district, and the community is happy. But if folks here don't want to go into that route, and we are keeping the two-lane road, in this case separated by the existing grass median, I'm going to go for it so we can all move forward and work on other projects. There are plenty of stuff to do in this county. This is not it. So that's it. Ready to vote.
I'm not sure we are.
I also appreciate council requesting and you all working to provide an alternative, knowing that that's not your position. I would be okay, I think, going with the requested alternate option if that's where we can get consensus.
What Fire and Rescue is requiring based on the alternative that maintains the median, it's requiring 3 75-foot paved
where
bays
current grass exists.
Where there's currently grass, and NCPC would consider that a permanent change.
Let me get this straight. If you don't change the pavement, but you remove a lane of traffic on an additional superblock, essentially, that's what Hillendale to Dorset is, there would be new needs of operational bays. My understanding.
Yeah, that's what the fire. Yes, that's what the fire.
Based on their understanding that you were removing the lane of traffic entirely, including the pavement. If you leave the pavement, they can drive on the pavement. If that's what they do now.
The proposal is to go with the council-approved option where there's single travel lanes on either side of the existing median, but we don't pull up any additional pavement.
Correct.
So you leave the two 26-foot wide. I mean, I guess I understand the rationale behind that. I have listened very carefully to all input, and I understand no matter what the analysis and experts say, there are people who believe because of development that eventually, in order to carry cars, this road will need to be a 4-lane highway. I understand that there's a lot of people who just won't believe the studies and that it will need to be restored. So we're talking about now leaving pavement in a Stream Valley Park that is likely, very likely to be unnecessary.
I've tried to, forge a compromise and address the safety issues, allow us to move forward and have some level of, flexibility, but I'll yield to colleagues on where they are, and we can hopefully wrap this up. Understand that this is going to have to be a recommendation that goes to the full council. There'll be time to, to get fire rescue service to weigh in if there is that degree of concern. I'd be more comfortable hearing directly from fire rescue service than hearing their position from the Parks Department or from the county executive. I'd like to hear it, frankly, from them, and so we can take it up at that point.
This has been studied by engineers for years at this point. Years. I'm being flexible by saying that I'm gonna agree, as I said before, with a new alternative that was proposed. I think the planning board's recommendation was the best, was the safest, was the cheapest, okay? But if the alternative option was the one to go to move us forward on with it, I think we should just go with this instead of from the dais putting ideas out there. Bring it to the full council, have fire and rescue come in and state their point officially, and move on.
We will be recommending a road diet for the stretch of Little Falls Parkway, and the question is whether or not the pavement will be pulled up for all or some of it. Understood? Are we in agreement on that? Okay. And with that, the committee is now adjourned.